before we start. Anne, it's your birthday. So, happy birthday to Anne. We'll start with a little roll of the shoulders while we say happy birthday. Oh, Caroline, morning. Okay, roll your shoulders back. And let's get on to the correct music. Let's do big circles with one arm, big circles with one arm. More. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 18 squares on my screen, that's a record for June. Let's go backwards. Lovely to see so many lovely people. And the other side. Big circle round with that arm, loosen up that shoulder. And backwards. We're going to have a good time today, I can tell you. And arms out to the side, let's have a twizzle. Enjoy yourself, yeah, whatever you do. Make sure you enjoy it, it's going to be fun. All the usual nonsense for a Tuesday morning. And side bends, look, we're in beast mode today. That means we're going to put extra effort into all those weights exercises. And hand on the hip and stretch across. Fantastic, let's go a little bit faster. Yourself. It's late. Fantastic, we're going to do 4 more times. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Rotate those hips around a little circle. Da, 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 da. And the other way, of course. Da, da, da. Ba, ba, ba. Fantastic. What's next? What should we do? Shall we do knee lifts? I must do a new warm-up one day. That'll be the day. I'll shock everyone. Da, 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 da. Fantastic. Hand to knee. Hand to knee. Ba, 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 ba. Enjoy yourself. Oh, it's good to move, isn't it? Okay, heels up behind. Lift your heels. And finally, on our opening sequence, let's do a little chest stretch. Let's enjoy it. And stop there. Stop there. Excellent. Shall we do... This is a rhetorical question, by the way. The answer will be yes. Shall we do some balancing exercises today? As I say, the answer is yes, we will. So, we're going to do balancing exercises. We're going to start off heel to toe like you're walking a tightrope, 20 seconds. Then we're going to try and balance on your left leg for 20 seconds. Then your right leg, and then up onto your toes on both feet. 20 seconds each, 2 rounds. Ooh, so this is calm. This is the calm before the storm. So, we'll put the timings up on the screen. First of all, find a long length of your room. Go to the end wall. Make sure you can walk a long distance. And we're going to go heel to toe across the room like you're walking a tight rope. Yes, indeed. Are you ready? Whatever you do, don't look down. It's a long way. In 10 seconds. Are you ready? Everyone's gone out of the screen. 3, 2, 1. Okay, so imagine you're on a tightrope, you're balancing, you're going heel to toe across the room, and you're going to touch your heel onto your toe, walking. So if you run out of space, you turn around and you go back the other way. for the last few seconds. Oh, my balance today is shoddy, to say the least. Shoddy. Right, let's do left leg. So balancing on your left leg, it doesn't matter what you do with your other leg or your arms. If you struggle to hold this, drop your toe onto the floor and hold it there. Yeah, if you need to, drop your toe onto the floor. Still, that's going to be me today. And all your weight on the other foot. Da, 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 da. Most of you much better at me than this. My left leg does not want to support myself on its own. Okay, let's do the right leg. This one should be a bit better. Let's try the right leg and we'll hold for 20 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Oh. Thing is with balancing, practice makes perfect. A little bit every day and you'll find this easy peasy. This time we're going to go up onto your toes, both feet pushing your heels off the floor for 20 seconds. Here we go. Da, 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 da. 10 more seconds. We are going to do a round 2. We're going to do it all again. Heel to toe again. So let's walk across the room again. Heel to toe. Onto your tightrope. 3, 2, 1. You don't want to fall. It's a long way down. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Okay, let's try that left leg again. Let's do the left leg, 20 seconds. Here we go. Focus. It's good to look at some distant object on the wall. Focus on a spot. That'll help you. Da, da, da. Oh, that's better than last time. Famous last words. 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And the other side. Let's do the right leg or the opposite leg to the one you've just done. Again, I'm going to focus on that little... There's a little light on my camera there. We're going to focus on that little light and see if that helps. Yes, it does. Three, 2, 1. And the last round, we're going to push up onto our toes again. Balance on your toes. Both heels off the floor. In 3, 2, 1. There we go. Da, 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 da. Very nice. Da, da. Last few seconds. Good for the calf muscles, this one as well. 3, 2, 1. Ah, we've finished. Excellent. Good stuff. Take that away. Brilliant. Good work. So, yeah, practice every day with the balancing. We may do some balancing tomorrow morning in our stretch class, to be decided. But let's do our aerobics routine. Let's crack straight on. The aerobics routine, if you did this last week, you'll know that it is a little bit faster than we've been doing it before. A little tiny bit faster at the end, a little bit tiny faster all the way through, in fact. Other than that, it's the same, but it is faster, faster, faster. So, are you ready? Shall we do this? Let's start the music going. We start, as always, on this routine with a march on the spot. We'll start that amazing music going from Sophie Ellis-Bextor, and with a bit of luck, this will be the correct music.
10, 9, 8, 7,
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Mister, your eyes are full of hesitation. It makes me wonder,
Okay, we're going to do heel digs next. Heel digs
do you know what you're looking
in
for?
5, 6, 7, 8. Heel digs.
I want to keep my reputation.
We're going to do 8 more, and then 2 side steps and 2 side taps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Side step. Oh, my fingers aren't working today. Side step and side tap. Side step and side. When we get back, we're just going to do side taps on the spot. Side taps, alternate sides. Let's go. Side and side. I can boogie. Anyone go to Glastonbury? I thought not, me neither. What a horrible thought. Okay, 2 more. March it out. Everyone's saying how wonderful Elton John was. I thought he sounded terrible. Is that okay to say that? Let's do heel digs and bow and arrow. 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 more, and then side steps. This time with the arms. 5, 6, 7, 8. I can boogie. I can boogie. We're going to do side taps, punching the hand to the side this time. Form a fist and punch to the side. Punch, punch. We're going to do 8 more and march it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Round 3 on our warm-up sequence. We're going to do heel digs, but we're going to push the arms up. Give me jazz hands. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, yes, sir. Boogie woogie. There's 8 more, then we're going to do 2 side steps and 2 side taps. One more time. 5, 6, 7, 8. So, yes. I heard that some parts of the country had 30-degree temperatures. Not here, 20 degrees in Cornwall. Okay, side tap and punch up. So it's been nice and cool. Say you can. We're going to do 8 more, then we're going to march it out again and then move on. 5, 6, 7, 8. I feel a little bit of a disco dance coming on. Let's put some lights on. Step touch, hand roll. Here it comes. Get ready. 6, 7, 8. And turn this up. Next one is step behind. 5, 6, 7, 8. Ba 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 ba. 8 more, then we're doing curls. 5, 6, 7, 8. Curls, single, single. Give me a double curl. So it's always 2 singles and a double, but you know that. Single, single. One more time, grapevine next. Grapevine. When you get back, touch and roll, touch and roll. Grapevine. Step behind. Grapevine. Touch and roll again. Grapevine. Curls, single, single, double. Double it up. And step touch. Now we're sort of going the other way now. That double curl gave us a direction change, so we'll start going the other way when we do a grapevine. But first, step behind. 5, 6, 7, 8. Da, 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 da. There's 8 more. And then knees. Single, single, double knee. 5, 6, 7, 8 knees. A single, and a double. A single. There we go. You got it. Single, single, double. One more time. Coming into grapevine. Grapevine. Touch and roll. Grapevine. Da, 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 da. Step behind. Grapevine. Let's touch and roll again. Touch and roll. Grapevine. And finally, knees up. Single, single, double. And step touch. Excellent. Let's do a little cut down. Starting with grapevines. Everything's a slightly different order, but start with a grapevine. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go. Touch and roll. That one's the same. Touch and roll. This time we're going straight into curls. Single, single, double. Curl. Single, single, double. Grapevine. Hopefully the other way if it works out. Step behind. Grapevine. Knees up, knees up. Single, single, double. Grapevine. Let's do them all again. Touch and roll. Grapevine. It's curls. Single, single, double. Single, single. Grapevine. Step behind. And grapevine. Finishing with knees. Knees up. Single, single, double. Step touch out. Da, 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 da. That brings us to the end of our dancey club sequence. 8 more and we march it out. March it out. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, bum, bum. Yes. It's stomp time. We're going to stamp the foot on the floor as hard as you can. On counts 1 and 4. In 5, 6, 7. So we stamp forwards. 1, 2, 3, 4. So bash your fists down like you're bashing the table as you stomp. 7, 8, 2, 5. One more time. 1, 2, 3. And march it out. Little change. We're going to bring that knee up on count 7 of the 8-step count. So stomp on 1 and 4. Knee up on 7. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Stomped. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 5, 6, 7. Let's stomp again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Stomp. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 5, 6, 7, 8. Stomp. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And march it out. Yes, good. We're going to do stomp. Knee up on 7. Then we're going to do 2 times mambo. 2 times mambos. So we stomp first. Knee on 7. 2 mambos. Raise your hands. Click your fingers. Are you ready? In 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's stomp it. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Mambo. Stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And shall we do it again? Stop. Now, I'm watching you. Watching those mambos. Raise your hand, click your fingers. One more time. Stomp. 2, 3, 5, 6. Okay, march it out. On Zoom, brilliant, perfect. Except, I want more energy. Okay, more energy. And on your mambos, let's use the whole width of the room. So we go this side and this side and use the whole width. Use the space. Are you ready? Let's do it again. Use that space. Into stomp. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stomp. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And mambo. Let's stomp again. Let's see how far we can travel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, good, isn't it? Let's stomp. 1, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8. I did nearly fall over, but apart from that, it was great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I sort of want to do it again, but we have to march it out. I want more. I wanted more, but no time. 1, 2, 3, knee. Forwards and back. New piece of music. Fingers crossed. In 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, knee. 2, 3. Forwards and back. As you go forwards, raise your knee and raise your hands. Yes, as you go back, raise your knee. Take the hands out to the side. March it up for now. We'll come back to that in a minute. We're going to do a grapevine across and 3 curls before we come back. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Grapevine, curl, curl, curl. Grapevine, curl. Get the idea. So, the last step of the grapevine is the first of the 3 curls. Now next time we're going to add a knee. So, out of the knee, a grapevine, a curl, a knee, and a curl. A grapevine, a curl, a knee, and a curl. You got it. One more time. March it out. Let's do it all again. Starting with 1, 2, 3 knee. Forwards and back. Straight into the grapevines after that. After we've done it 4 times, I mean. 5, 6, 7, 8. Forwards and back. 1, 2, 3. 4 times. 1, 2, 3. Bum, bum, bum. One more time. Grapevine. 3 curls. Grapevine. 3 curls. Let's go. Bit more energy. Shall we add the knee? So it's a grapevine, a curl, a knee, and a curl. A grapevine. This time. 1, 2, 3 forwards and back. Snuck that in there. Call you unprepared. Call myself unprepared. Let's do that again. Grapevine. Curl. Knee. Curl. Grapevine. Curl. Knee. 1, 2, 3. Do, 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 do. 1, 2, 3. And we march it out. And we make it more interesting. It can be less interesting, to be fair. Grapevine across. A curl, a knee, and a curl. And then 1, 2, 3, forwards and back that side. Then we come back, do it all the other side. We do 3 times on each side. Lots of times to practice. Starting with a grapevine. Are you ready? Lots of energy. Let's bring the energy levels up. 6, 7, 8. Grapevine. A curl. And it's straight into a 1, 2, 3. As you come towards the camera, remember, I want a big smile. A knee, a curl, 1, 2, 3. There we go. Again. Up, down, up, down. 1, 2, 3. Fuck you up, down. I wish you could see what I can see. 17 boxes with smiley faces. Curl, knee. Curl, 1, 2, 3. Up, down. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. When you get back, we march it out. March it out. One more sequence before the mashup. Okay, little march on the spot. When you march, don't drop the energy levels. We can lift those knees. We can move those arms. We're going to bring the arms out in a moment. We're going to do hips, arms, in, down, up and out, and 4 V steps. We're going to repeat that 3 times. So start with your arms out, please. Arms out. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips. 1, 2. Arms. 1, 2. Hands in. Elbows down. Arms up. Arms out. 4 V steps. Holding the arms out. That's all there is to it. Let's do it again. Boom, boom. One more. Hips. Hips. Arms. We go in and down. Up and out. 4 V steps. Shall we add a little shimmy on the V steps if you want to? I want to. 3rd time, hip. In and down. Up and out on those 4 V steps. Loving the shimmies. Oh yes, looking good. Let's march it out. Hot, hot, hot. What's next? We're going to do the same thing with the arms. We're going to do 2 V steps and we're going to do 4 John Travoltas. I want 2 singles and a double, just for good measure. John Travoltas. But starting with the arms out. In 5, 6, 7, 8. Hips. Arms out. Both in. 2 V steps this time. And give me 4 John Travoltas. 2 singles and a double. Let's do it again. Arms out. Hips. Arms. We go in and down. Up and out. 2 V steps. And 4 John Travoltas. March it out. Excellent. Okay. We're going to do the whole thing again. And then we're going to add in 2 side steps and 2 side taps across and back 2 times. So we start with the arms out. Yeah, go for it. In 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hip, hip, arm, in and out. This time 2 V steps and 4 John Travoltas. Then we can do 2 side steps and 2 side taps and back the other way. Let's do that again. Side step. When we get back, 2 side taps, everything we're going to do again. Hips and arms. Hip. In and down. Up. 2 V steps. Yes, John Travolta. Double it up. Side step. Arms. Last little bit of Katy Perry. Yes. Hot and cold, this is called. I'm just hot. One more time. March it out. I feel a mashup coming on. Starting with the 2 side steps and 2 side taps. Then we're going into grapevines, the stomp, the other grapevine routine and the arm routine. Every round gets faster. Starting with 2 side steps. Are you ready? In 5, 6, 7, 8. Side step and side tap. We're only doing this once each way, and then straight into grapevines. Grapevine. When you get back, touch and roll twice, and 2 curls. 2 curls takes us into stomp, stomp. 5, 6, 7, 8. Mambo. Remember to use the space. Stomp again. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming into grapevines. Now this is the one with the grapevine and the curl and the knee and the curl. And 1, 2, 3. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. Curl, knee, curl. 1, 2, 3. When you get back, it's hips and arms. So arms out, hip, hip. In and down, up and out. 2 V steps. John Travolta. Let's do round 2. Side step. Faster. Side step. Oh yeah, it's going to get fast. Grapevine. There and back. 2 touch and roll and 2 curls. You got it. Stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Mambo. Let's wiggle those hips. Stomp again. Put everything you've got into this. 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming into the grapevines again. Grapevines. A curl. A knee. A 1, 2, 3. Trust. Curl, knee, curl, 1, 2, 3. Hips and arms. In and down, up and out. 2 V steps. John Travolta. Let's go again, faster. Oh, too fast. Grapevines. 2 touch and roll. I nearly forgot. 2 curls. Into stomp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. 2 mambos. Stomp again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 mambos. Grapevine. Curl. Knee. 1, 2, 3. Big smile. Yay! Crest. 1, 2, 3 again. When you get back, hips and arms. Hip, hip, arm, arm, in, down. 2 V steps. Shimmy, shimmy. John Travolta. This is the end. Let's stop and stretch. Last few seconds of Pink singing Trustful. What a great song. And we stop there. Stop. We have finished our... So it's a whole minute quicker, that one, since we sped it up. We finish early. So let's take a break. Let's take a little break. We'll take a... You will need a towel. In fact, let's have a different colour towel. You'll need a towel and you'll need some weights. After the break, we've got 3 minutes break and then we'll come back. So let's do that. Take that down. Feel free to turn your microphones on and have a little chat. Sorry if that music got a bit loud there towards the end. I didn't realise how it was getting a bit loud there. In the middle of that super fast mashup sequence, it's difficult for me to actually get my hands onto my watch to change the music level. So much going on. Quick update on, some of you know this from the WhatsApp group. I'm going to be around in London on the 12th of July, which is only a couple of weeks away. And if anyone wants to meet up for coffee, let's do it. Let's do it. So that's the 12th. I will be not too tight for time. I'll probably have an hour. But I'm meeting my mother. And then I'm escorting my mother to Paddington and pushing her onto a train and forcing her to come down to Cornwall. I'd probably have to put a bag over her head and tie her up to persuade her to go. No, she's willing and she's ready, willing and eager and very keen to come down. So that's why I'm in London, to pick up my mum, take her down to Cornwall. It's unlikely I will be able to persuade her to join me an hour earlier and come for coffee. But I'm going to have a good go at encouraging her to come along for our coffee morning. It just means she needs to get into town an hour earlier. But yeah, that would be amazing. I would really like my mum to come to one of our coffee mornings. This is going to be the opportunity because she's going to be coming up anyway to Victoria, and all I've got to do is get her on a train to Ealing. So hopefully, all being well, we'll get my mum, but not promising anything. I know what she's like. She'll say, oh no, I don't think I will this time. I mean, she has got a long day. She's got 5 hours on the train to Penzance, so I don't want to like wear her out first thing in the morning.
Is that 10:30, Paul? 10:30 at Jamaica Blue?
Let's say provisionally 10:30, because I have to then, if I have to meet my mum at Victoria at midday, then I have to get away at 11:30. But if my mum decides to join us, it may be that it'll be a bit later because we only need to get from Ealing to Paddington. So, but let's say 10:30 for now, and depending on what my mum agrees to do, I might come a little bit later, but with my mum.
Okay.
So, but yes, so far, Anne, it's just you and me. No one else can come. But that'll be fine. Very happy.
Lovely to meet Pat, Paul.
I know, yeah.
Is she listening? She's listening. We all want to meet her.
No, she'll be there. She'll be with us on Friday. She doesn't do Tuesdays because she has one of her coffee mornings on Tuesdays.
Where will it be? Where will it be, Paul?
Let's do Jamaica Blue again, which apparently went down very well last time. So that's in Ealing Broadway Shopping Centre next to WH Smith's. I haven't been there before, but everyone else went there before and said it was really good.
Was.
Good.
Fortunately, I lost my phone call that day.
Oh, Barbara. Oh. Right. Let's do. Let's come back and start the next part. I'm going to mute all my microphones again for now, and this is what we're going to do. I'm going to just guide you through this. Towel exercises. You need a towel. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to imagine that we're stretching that towel as if we're trying to break it in half and do some moves. And this will create tension in your muscles and give you a very good workout. Number one will, of course, as always, be bicep curls. Okay, bicep curls will be number one, and we'll do 8 different exercises today. If I can think of 8. If I can think of 8. We might repeat some. Right, so are we ready? Are we ready? Let's grab your towel, give it a little twist, and hands underneath, and we'll do bicep curls. We'll put some timings on the screen so we know when the torture is going to be over. So are you ready? Pull outwards. Make sure you get a good tension on the muscles by pulling outwards, and then do your bicep curls. Keep pulling. Very good, very good. It's only 30 seconds, so we've just got to keep the tension on that towel for 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Okay, number 2, we're going to take the towel in both hands, one up, one down, and we're going to push outwards, and we're going to work that tricep. So tricep extensions, pushing down, but resisting with the other arm, yeah? Here we go. We're pulling that towel out, you're really trying to keep it tight and pushing away from you, resisting movement with the other arm. 10 more seconds. Oh, I can feel that in that arm there. which is good because that's what we're supposed to be feeling. Okay, let's change to the other side. So turn around the other side, one hand over. How did I do this? Oh yeah, and we're going to push with the other arm. 3, 2, 1, here we go. And we should feel it in that tricep there, sort of the back of the arm. You'll feel it in the front of the arm as well, but just because the tension in the towel is pulling against both muscle groups, I think. What do I know? 9, 8 seconds. Oh yes. Feeling the tension. That's 3 gone. I've got to think of a few more. Let's do upright row, shall we? Upright row. Pulling outwards, lifting up just under your chin. 3, 2, 1. We will be doing some upright rows again with weights, but it's a sort of a different exercise. We'll be doing bicep curls and upright rows later. Oh, do you know what? That's really effective if you pull hard enough. Okay, let's do a chest press. Pushing forwards from the chest at the same time pulling out. Maybe take the towel a bit longer, a bit wider for the chest press. So we get a good stretch across the chest. Pushing forwards, keeping the towel around about chest height or shoulder height, and pushing forwards and back. Remember, if you don't pull outwards, if the towel goes slack, we're not interested. We need to keep it tight. No slack towels today, please. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're going to start with the same position. And this time we're going to twist one side and then twist the other side. Pulling with one arm, resisting movement with the other arm so we keep the tension on the towel the whole time. Even just holding your arms up works the shoulders, just the weight of your arms. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. Oh. 4, 3, 2, 1. We're still going side to side, but this time let's take the hands over the head and we'll pull to one side and pull to the other side again, keeping that towel really tight, arms straight, swaying side to side. Back up. Amazing how much work you can do just with a humble towel. 6 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And the last one. We're going to push the towel up and down from under the chin up into the air, pulling outwards. Last round on this. 2, 1. There we go. No slack towels, please. Let's keep it tight. And make sure you take a big breath each time you lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Finish that sequence. Take that away. Let's do weight sequence next. So, grab your weights. Here's what we're going to do. This time, 45 seconds on each exercise. We're going to do bicep curls. We're going to do upright row. We're going to do front raise, and we're going to do shoulder press. We are going to do a second round, but the second round we're going to add in some modifications. So we're going to change things up on the second round. Okay, so the same basic exercises, but we will make it a little bit more challenging if you want it more challenging. If you don't, just do the same ones again. So, bom, bom, bom. Oh, I feel like a bit of erasure. Andy Bell and erasure and Vince Clark. This is good. We'll start this time with the weights with our bicep curls, and we'll do 45 seconds on the clock. This takes me back to the, 80s, 90s? It's gone really quiet. I'm going to turn this up. Street. Dun, hand. Very good. We've only got 22 seconds to go. That's half of the 45, roughly. And nearly there. Nice and easy on the first round. 3, 2, 1. That wasn't so bad, was it? Now number 2 will be the upright row. So we're going to pull the weights upwards, keeping those weights close into your body. So we're just using the shoulders and the biceps. There we go. 45 seconds, not too bad. In some ways it feels easier than with the towel, doesn't it? Because you're not having to do that pulling outwards action. If it feels easier than the towel, you need heavier weights. Don't give up, keep going, 20 seconds to go. Twelve seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, rest up. The third one was the front raise. Arms out to the front, slowly back down to the sides. Control those weights nice, slowly. Oh, look at everyone rating and ready to go. There we go. Front raise. Ah. 10 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Rest up. The last one was that shoulder press. Now, 45 seconds pushing those weights up and down. It can only be difficult. It's not going to be easy, but see how you get on. If you need to stop at any point, that's okay. Take a little break. Make sure you take a breath every time you lift. Breathe with every repetition. 30 more seconds. That's tough, isn't it? Isn't it tough? Not as tough as round 2, but tough enough. 20 seconds. I'm going to have to get a fan, I think, for the summer in this room because it's a bit airless. I close the windows for the class because I don't want the noise of the cows and the tractors from outside coming into the room. 3, 2, and the flies coming in through the window. Okay, we're going to do bicep curls again, but this time I want to add in a little side step on the bicep curls. Yeah, so we're still doing bicep curls, but I'm going to add in a little side step for those bicep curls if you wish. There we go. If it's too exhausting and you're too hot, just do the bicep curls again on their own. Okay, but if you can do a little side step and a little knee bend, or right down into a squat. Oh, not for me. Not with my knees. "20 seconds. "10 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest up. So the second one was the upright row, but what I want you to do is I want you to do a little knee bend and then upright row. So we get a little bit of movement through the legs as well. This is a modification. If you're happy to do the basic upright row, that's fine too. These are options to add a little bit of leg work into the mix. Very, very, very good. 22 seconds to go. Ten more seconds. It's going to be front raise next. There will be a modification for those that want it. Very happy if you do the basic front raise again. But if you want to add in a little step back, then we can add in a little step back to the front raise. Here we go. So we're still focusing on lifting the weights out to the front, but if you add in a little step back as well, bend the front knee, you're going to work the legs a little bit too. Why am I finding it so tough today? Ten more seconds. 3, 2, 1. And finally, shoulder press, but again, we're going to add a little bit of leg work. We're going to bend those knees and we're going to push the weight up and the other one. And if you wish to make it really challenging, both together. But I'm going to do one at a time, just because. Give a little respect. This is called Erasure, one of my favourite songs of all time. Nearly there. This is our last exercise before we stretch. Look at this, we're running out of time already. 15 seconds to go. Counting down, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my days, what a tough one that was, for me at least. Everyone else makes it look easy. Right, let's go stretch. I need to stretch. So, we're going to start our stretch sequence with a little roll of the shoulders. We finish how we started, and we'll have a bit of lovely music. The song is called We Have All the Time in the World. It couldn't be more less true, because it's a very short track, so we don't have much time. And it's 2 minutes to 11 according to my clock. Let's do a twizzle, let's get a move on. It's a 3-minute track. Fantastic, straight into our calf stretch. Arms out in front. Stretch your calf muscle, stretch your back at the same time. Not trying to rush you, but think about pushing the back heel into the floor, the front knee forward, stretch your arms out. Da-da-da. Turn and stretch the other leg. This time we're going to turn and the hands round, stretch out the wrists. Make sure that back foot is aligned so you keep the tension on the stretching out your calf. Push your shoulders forwards. And release. Let's do a chest stretch. Hands behind your back, palms into your lower back. Squeeze your elbows towards each other. While I adjust my camera, hold that stretch. Da, da, da. So squeezing your elbows towards each other. Open out the chest. Feel the stretch across your chest. Oh, we got more time than I thought. Slow it down, Paul. 1 minute 30, still to go. Let's stretch the shoulder, one arm across. Stretch the shoulder. Oh no, it's counting upwards, not downwards. It now says 2 minutes, so that's how long we've had. So we've got less than a minute to go. You think after all this time I'd know how my system works? Fantastic tricep stretch.
Nothing more, nothing less, only love.
And change sides. Da, 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 da. And finally, let's take those hands in. Let's have a little sway side to side. Da, 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 da. We made it. Okay, let's wriggle those fingers. Shake out your hands. Shake out those arms. And give yourselves a big round of applause. Very well done. Excellent work. Well, good stuff. Really good. I'm seeing good work today on Zoom there. Really impressed. We'll be back tomorrow for some stretches. The following Wednesday, Tai Chi. First Wednesday of the month. That will be Tai Chi. And 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th of July. And then the following week, coffee if you can make it with me. It's enough to put anyone off, isn't it? Let's have a sit down, have a chat, and I'll see you all tomorrow, Friday, or next week. And just a quick reminder, it's Anne's birthday. Happy birthday, Anne.
I suppose I'd better say thank you. I'll mute myself.
Thank you, Anne. Yes, you.
But yours on Sunday then.
We don't mention that. We don't mention that.
Oh yes, we do.
Oh no, we don't. It's like pantomime, isn't it? Oh no, we don't. It's Anne's day today. So yeah, very well done. It was chat if you want to. Oh yes, for those of you on Friday, I did go to the festival, the Penzance Festival, the Galoan Festival on Saturday. On Saturday,
Did you go?
I did. It's a 10-day festival. It finishes with what they call Maisie Day, which is a big street. They have 5 different street parades throughout the day. It's the second biggest street festival after the Notting Hill Carnival in the UK. Every year, it's to celebrate Midsummer. It's called Galoan, which in Cornish means Feast of St. John. The Feast of St. John was a traditional 400-year-old midsummer festival.
Oh, you couldn't not go.
I couldn't not go. It was packed. The streets were packed. Penzance was amazing. They had fun fair. They had parades. They had food. They had music everywhere. Bands, dancers. Honestly, it was just.
Fantastic.
It was amazing. So next year, that week, come down. Come down for Maisie Day. But yeah,
Knowing you, you'll be on one of the floats next year.
should we have a Spritely float? We should do, shouldn't we? We could be doing our mambos down the street. Oh, I feel a little plan hatching there, Anne. Oh yes. Never mind Ealing Broadway Shopping Centre. Let's do Penzance High Street. Next year. We've got a year to plan it. A year in the planning. Yeah, a couple of grapevines and a mambo. That'll be all we need. Right. So,
Happy birthday, Paul.
thank you, Anne. Yeah,
Good day.
yeah. Thank you. See you all on Friday or next
I see
week.
Friday.
Yes, that'd be lovely. Bye all. See you. Lovely to see you all. So many smiley faces today. Cheered me up no end. Not that I needed it. Teresa, lovely to see you back as well. And Caroline, looking smiley as always. Daphne's there. Mary's there. Sue's there. Sue, lovely to see you as well. And of course, Barbara. Oh, there's Mary. There's Mary. I didn't see you before, Mary. Was your camera off? Oh, well, lovely to see you there. Lovely to see you. I'll see you tomorrow as well, hopefully, for some stretching. Yes. Good. Going now. Bye, Teresa. Bye, Daphne.